Welcome to the iKnowBadeaux podcast.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to the iKnowBadeaux podcast coming at you from the local 218 studios. I, of course, am the mayor of Brainerd, Dave Badeaux, and I'm here with my brother.
Like shaking hands with a turkey.
Absolute idiot.
Yeah.
These guys didn't even laugh at that at all. Not even a chuckle out of them.
That was more of a one count than a
Yeah,
four
that
count.
was. We'll fix it in post.
Do you always say, do you want a 4 count? I always
that's
just
a
like
long
give a
time.
half a second and say,
The longer
did say four
is
count.
better because I can shrink it easier than I can extend it. So, hey, over there is Gabriel Johnson.
yes, you can. Dave,
Yes. What do you got?
I really appreciate you. And it is the Christmas season.
Oh my God!
And I
what do we got
appreciate
here?
you got me the book for the table from
Yes.
the wonderful Liz Collin.
Yes.
I have returned the favor.
Oh.
And I have some table material for you.
So Gabriel Johnson is handing me an envelope here that says "Do not bend." You found it? Sex and Violence magazine.
All right.
You can't enjoy one unless you live through the other.
Oh man, we are so loud right now. I apologize to everyone. Oh my God!
And it's him shooting himself in the chest like 4 different times.
It is literally a copy of Sex and Violence magazine where the man, I don't remember what his name was. Do you, Scott?
I don't.
Oh my God. He's shooting the guy that invented body armor shot himself in the chest 192 times. I love that they have blood in this photo here.
Like ketchup packets.
Where did you find this? I looked for it.
eBay.
You did find it on eBay?
I ordered it during the program, so I might have found it before. It was probably sold before you looked for it.
That's awesome. At the beginning of this episode sounds like trash. I apologize to everybody. This is awesome. Absolutely awesome. We said we were going to find it. The guy that invented the body armor shot himself in the chest point blank 192 times to prove that it works. This is his magazine that he created called Sex and Violence. On card, by the way. Take
In a sleeve, on
in a
card.
sleeve.
That's mint condition.
No, I wouldn't call it mint condition. I'm assuming that there's multiple pages stuck together here. But this is amazing. That's great. So the table, I don't know what we're going to do when the table fills up. We'll just keep adding books. We've got Acting 1 by Robert Cohen. You should definitely look into that. It's a real good time. And then the Book of Mormon, of course, because we did a whole episode on Scientology. So why wouldn't we put a Book of Mormon on the table instead of Scientology? And now, oh my God, the Sex and Violence magazines. No, now it's the 18th printing. You can't enjoy one if you don't survive the other. What?
What?
You can't enjoy one, I'm assuming sex, if you don't survive violence.
Oh, okay. You can't enjoy violence if you don't survive sex.
That is fantastic. That is fantastic. I
You can't
apologize.
survive sex if you don't enjoy violence.
True, absolutely.
Isn't that what I just said?
Yeah, things are going to get real brutal and rough around here. All right, so thank you, Gabe. I've got 2 other individuals here with us. You're going to have a real hard time hearing them because we are trying to make one microphone work for 2 people because we got a situation happening here. First, we're going to wait on you. We're going to go right over to the gentleman to your right, my left, Mr. Bradley Simpson. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Bradley, we have a thing on the podcast. It's called You Have 30 Seconds to Explain Yourself. Go.
My name's Brad, obviously. Not a whole lot about me. I like to cook food. The Packers are my favorite football team.
Jesus, all right, enough. That's enough. Your 30 seconds.
I knew that'd cut my time short.
Yeah, you wasted your 30 seconds. Good God. Speaking of the Packers, Vikings 12-3, Packers 7-8, not having a good season, but somehow still going to be a pain in our ass here come Thursday, is it? Or do we play Thursday or
Sunday.
Sunday. Yep, Sunday night. Sunday night, that's what it was.
Wild card round, Packers Vikings. I'm calling it.
I want nothing to do with that at all. Actually, to tell you the truth, I don't want to play the Lions because their offense is stupid aggressive this year, and our defense is terrible. But no one ever wants to play Aaron Rodgers, so screw that.
I like playing the Packers in the wild card round. I'm not going to lie. I thoroughly enjoy it every time it happens.
I don't enjoy.
Randy Moss Moon is the one time.
yeah.
The one game we've ever played.
Okay, all right. Yeah,
No,
well,
we played him the Joe Webb.
Oh, gross! Yeah,
that was really bad. That was really
put that
bad.
one in the dark spot.
I have two things in football that I really enjoy, and it is when the Patriots lose in the playoffs and the Packers lose in the playoffs. Those are two moments where I do the 79 Dolphins, where I break open the champagne and pour myself a glass as soon as both of those teams are out of the playoffs. Because it means that I don't really care who wins. Because the Vikings are never winning the Super Bowl. I've just come to grips with that. But there are two teams that I do not ever want winning the Super Bowl. And they both have done it enough times that it's irritating to me. So you and your Packers. Next,
Thank you.
and over to and the other gentleman here. Oh my God! It is the return of Will R. Denny.
Hi. It's great to be back. Thank you.
It's been a while.
Yeah. It's been a while.
Will, you
Yes.
are the purveyor and let's say maestro of the greatest story in podcast history, the
you.
Detroit stuffing story.
Yes.
Whereas your uncle decided to help you make stuffing in Detroit. You said 2003-ish.
Yeah.
It involved
Gary.
It involved stale bread,
Rosemary.
Still Wonder Bread from the party store. Yeah.
sage, my
Sage.
friend.
Sage. Rosemary was not involved.
Yeah.
That was a different Uncle Carrie story. I don't like whole rosemary either. It's got to be ground. Oh man, I'm gonna make rosemary chicken, and then he just did like a whole fucking bottle. I'm sure I didn't see, but just whole, already dried, like rosemary, for a shelf stable.
Yeah, I don't
Just
fuck with that
coated
either.
on top like a crust.
A crust of
and
rosemary.
then baked
Of
it.
pine
and then-
needles.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. It was
Just
pine
needles.
needle crusted, overdone chicken.
So I have a concept that I've been working on since we did the Detroit stuffing thing, and then I never went anywhere with it. I created the assets for it, and then the technology wasn't quite where I wanted it to be. It is called Cooking with Carrie.
Oh, I love it.
And it is just recipes that Carrie has for various different things. So I would like to group with you, my good friend.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yes.
Off and on.
Yes, an animated, very short. These are going to be
short.
very
Short
short.
and sweet.
The first episode is just him having just had a really rough day. And the first thing he says is, with retrospects on, sun-dried shrimp was a really bad idea.
Sun-dried shrimp. Shrimp sunviche.
And so episode one will not exist.
Okay.
Episode 2 will just be him talking about how bad he got food poisoning from his recipe for sun-dried shrimp. That may be the entire series. It may just be 2 episodes. One doesn't
It ended on a
exist.
high note.
The second one,
So an episode.
an episode. Well, technically, there's a missing episode that does not come to light because, sun-dried shrimp was with retrospects on, as he says. It was a really bad idea.
It's retrospect.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Welcome to the podcast.
Thanks. It's hello.
It's glad and congratulations.
Congrats.
I'm glad to have you back. All right, so here's why we have these two gentlemen on.
Okay.
Will, we've been trying to get you back on for a long time.
Yes.
Brad works with Will now.
Yes.
And Brad actually was the winner, one of the 3 winners
Yes.
of our skate deck giveaway.
Yes.
You already said you've used it like 3 times.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. I knew that was the case. However, Will actually said that he was that it was rigged.
Did I say that?
Yeah, I believe you said it was rigged, and that none of these people were real. And I believe the other comment was "Go f yourself."
No,
I believe-
I said I want a public apology from all the winners for being liars.
Yeah. However, you had also said that you were interested in the music version, the GMA's Birds, as we refer to it.
Is that what it is? Yeah,
That's what it is.
It's
And
beautiful.
I'll tell you what.
I tried to steal it off your wall,
Because you have been
sir.
a great
Sir.
a great part of our podcast, we're going to go ahead and just give you
Oh, can you knight me with it?
maybe across the head for being such a dickhead. There we go. All right, Will, we're going to go ahead and give you your own skate deck. I mean,
I love you.
Yeah, we had the
Thank
contest.
you.
I did a random number generator to see who won, and people won. And you were kind of salty about it, and
Hey.
rightfully so, potentially. But now you got your own version. So there you go.
Oh, thanks.
All right.
He's bitched about this for the past week and a half.
I know he has. I know he
So
has.
glad I don't have to hear about this anymore.
No, I did not.
That's why we went ahead and took care of it.
Squeaky wheel.
Remember that time I said all that stuff about that being rigged? I take it back.
Yeah. All right. Well, okay. This podcast sucks so far. So, I've got one other thing to talk about super fast. We had Christmas, obviously, all of us. I'm assuming you all had Christmas. Did you see Violent Night yet? Any of you? No.
No,
You
I've
need to
seen
watch it.
previews for it.
You need to watch it. All right. We'll continue with that later on. However, Badeaux Christmas is always a really good time. This year, our mother gave our the ladies in the family, so all of the
Significant others.
that's the word I'm looking for, significant others plus our sister, so 3 gals. Our mom gave them these books that are essentially almost like Mad Libs. It's like a fill in the blank type of thing. So there's questions, and it says like, here's one where, what does it say?
I'm always impressed with your
Yes.
blank.
And then blank. And then she would write something in there. And they really enjoyed them. I was amazed at how much they enjoyed. I think they were drunk. They enjoyed them more than should happen with these books. However, my sister had a page on hers that was about a moment that I think my mom meant it to sound different than it did. Quick story, my sister and her boyfriend at the time, now husband, their SUV went through the ice on Pelican, completely sank. They had to crawl out the back. Jesus. Yeah, great story. Okay. So the page says, I think you should know that sometimes there are moments when I'm completely bowled over by how much I love having you in my life. Okay, that's what the one page says. And it says, here's one. You were here. And it says you were standing by my bed. And then the next line says, and this happened. And she wrote, you had just gone through the ice on Pelican. And I found myself thinking, God loves you more than I do.
I don't know how to take that.
You were here, and I thought to myself, man, she just went through the ice. And then she survived, and I was like, fuck. Jesus loves my daughter more than I do, because I would have let her sink. Just a great moment in Badeaux Christmas, as always. So, how'd you guys' Christmas go?
Well, it went well.
Yeah? Gabe?
Santa Claus brought me an Xbox.
Oh, nice. And then you said that it took 4 hours to do the update.
Okay, when I was a kid, I'd get a video game system and a video game. I'd plug it into the wall, put the video game in, and play.
Yep.
Now with
Those
the
days are
Xbox
gone.
Series S and it's all online, it's all in the cloud. You have to do your software update. You have to reset your Microsoft password because nobody knows what that is. Then you have to download the 50 gigabyte game. So we started at 8 in the morning and then we got to play it the next day. It was a lot of fun.
That tends to happen. Brad, how did Christmas go?
Great.
Yeah, what'd you get?
The Manscaped 4.0, but that's another story.
All right, well, we're done with you. Everything about you is horrible. You're pubic hair and Green Bay Packers, which ironically are the same thing.
Right.
All right, you guys ready to play a game?
Yeah.
Yes.
Everyone knows what time it is.
Game time, who?
That was really good. You guys did excellent. So,
I don't remember what time it is.
on this week's podcast, we are going to play a little game, and it was actually brought up by these two gentlemen. We are going to play a game that involves serial killers and killer cereals. Wow, that didn't come out of my mouth right. Imagine that. Serial killers and killer cereals.
Do any of these serial killers have a burglary ring?
Oh, I'm not saying.
participate
I
in?
am not saying burglary ring. I'm not saying burglar ring. The combination of the two. All right. So, to you two gentlemen, just to give you a refresher on how this works, we're going to play a game. It's a trivia game, multiple choice. We'll get down to the penultimate round. We'll eliminate down to 2 people, and then we'll have the final round. If you win the game, this is the most important part. I'm looking at you, Brad. Hopefully, you remember Will. If you win the game, I'm going to say, Brad, say something to your fans. When I say that, you must say hello and congratulations. If you say anything other than hello and congratulations, I am the winner. So one last time, I'm going to say, Brad, say something to your fans, and you're going to say,
Hello and congratulations.
nailed it. All right, so that is the only main rule of this game.
Got it.
Otherwise, it's just random trivia about serial killers, and we're going to get started because this is sloppy to begin with. So, are you guys ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, best cereal. Go. Scott.
It no longer exists. I only had it a couple times when I was a small child. It was a Rice Krispies treat cereal.
Oh, it's amazing.
Best cereal I've ever had in my life.
Best cereal. Done. You win. We'll come back to you guys later because Scott just won. All right. Question number 1 of the trivia game. Serial killers. Is this going to be another one of those moments where I can't say serial killers now? Mm-hmm. Serial killers have most likely been around since the dawn of man. However, the term serial killer wasn't coined until a much later date. In what decade was the first known example of the term serial murder used? Over to Scott. And it is it A, 1930s, B, 1920s, C, 1970s, or D, 1970 or 1672s?
1672s.
Is 72 a decade?
Does that go from 72 to 82? Or
That's the 1672s.
In 1600s, every decade was measured.
Yeah, you didn't
2
measure
years
quite
after
the
actual
same.
decade.
Yeah. A, B, C, or D?
Whichever one was the 70s.
1970s, he says. Over to Gabe.
I'll take the 20s.
Gabe says 20s. Over to Bradley.
I'm also going 20s.
He's going with 20s. And over to Will R. Denny.
I'm going with the newest one.
1970s?
Is that what it is?
1672.
The correct answer is the 1930s.
I forgot 30s was the thing.
0 points all around. The director of Berlin Criminal Police, Ernst August Ferdinand, always a Ferdinand, Gnat, I believe. Ganache.
Ganache. It's definitely ganache.
It just says Gennat. That doesn't look like ganache to me, but if it is, it is. He used the term Serienmorde in reference to a case of Peter Kruten, the Vampire Dusseldorf.
Wow.
Yeah, there's some great names. The Vampire Dusseldorf. Keep that in mind. The Vampire Dusseldorf.
Yes.
Vampire.
So there are no points to anyone as
Harry
of
Potter
yet.
book.
Yes.
Harry Potter and the Vampire Dusseldorf. Where there's a Syria Malden. 0 points. Okay, well, that's a good start. Here we go. Gabe, you're going to start on this one. Question number 2. Many serial killers are mentally ill. However, rarely are any of them found legally insane. The notable exception to that rule goes to what famous killer? Is it A, Ed Gein, B, Jeffrey Dahmer, C, John Wayne Gacy, or D, Sonny the Bird from Cocoa Puffs?
As is, of course, the tradition.
He's cuckoo.
What was the first one?
The first one is Ed Gein, B, Jeffrey Dahmer, C, John Wayne Gacy.
So, I think they did kill Gacy, so I'm going to say Gein.
He's going to say Gein. Over to Bradley.
I'm going A.
Ed Gein. Over to Will R. Denny.
I'm going to go with number 2.
Number 2, Jeffrey Dahmer. And over to Scott. It's clearly the bird from Cocoa Puffs.
I disagree.
Oh.
I feel like all of those people are the same person.
Yeah, pretty
But
much.
I'm going to go with Gein.
He's going to go with Ed Gein. The correct answer is Ed Gein. 1 point all around, except for Will R. Denny, who, I mean, for good Lord, it's Detroit.
Come back, kid, yo. Come back, kid. Just wait.
Detroit personified. So Jeffrey Dahmer tried to claim insanity, did not manage to do so. I don't believe John Wayne Gacy actually tried that defense.
No, because he never admitted to killing anybody.
I believe you're correct. Yep.
He just claimed his innocence until he was killed for murdering 30 people.
Yeah. So
Can you reread that question?
which one?
With the one you just read.
The notable exception to the rule goes to what famous killer?
No, from the beginning. You said some serial killers.
Many serial killers are mentally ill.
Many.
Not
all.
Some are
Some of them
Valid
have
point.
a good head on their shoulders. They were doing They were on the right
solid
path.
guys. They were
Yeah.
solid.
Yeah, pretty
He's a
good
real
dude.
I'm not gonna say whether they are or not. Some dudes probably just got a little ticked off. There's, you can go
Dave's
on
killed somebody.
You can go.
Dave has absolutely killed
You can go on a murder spree without having too many things
A
happen.
murder
wrong,
spree
right?
is not being a serial murderer.
Well, I would say somebody like a Ted Kaczynski or a who was the Timothy McVeigh.
Yes.
Like these guys knew exactly what they were doing, and they hated the
Yes.
federal government or machines or whatever. And it wasn't that they were like crazy; they were just attacking the thing they didn't like.
I would still say they were crazy, but not necessarily. Like to what level of like, if one of those two came forward and said like, "Oh, I'm mentally ill," I would agree. I would say not so much mentally ill, just kind of an asshole.
Yeah, you wrote like a 50-page
Yeah.
manifesto about how you want to blow up all the computers.
Okay, I take it back. All of them are mentally ill. Every single one of them are mentally ill. Listen,
What?
I'm not a psychologist. I'm not going to tell people whether they're mentally ill or not. However, I will say that it is very rare for them to actually get deemed legally insane. It's very, very rare. Of course, it's the dude that is making cereal bowls out of people's skulls. Hey, speaking of cereal, cereal became popular in the early 1900s after John Harvey Kellogg stole the concept for granola with a U from a rival sanitarium and changed the name to granola, which he actually was sued over. And he must not have lost, but because granola became the thing. But he was sued over that. Kellogg and his younger brother eventually figured out how to make flaked corn cereal they named Corn Flakes. This one's over to Brad. Brad, what was Postum Cereal's knockoff version of Corn Flakes named around the same era? Okay, so there are Corn Flakes, and then Postum cereal brand came up with a knockoff version. And what is it called? Is it A, Corn Flukes, B, Bjorn Flakes, C, Mystery Cakes, or D, Elijah's Manna?
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
I'm going Corn Flukes.
Going with Corn Flukes. Over to Will Ardenny.
Repeat the question and the answers. No.
I'm going to repeat the whole thing. Cereal became popular. No. Postum cereal made a knockoff of Corn Flakes, and it was around the same era. Fun fact, they also made grape nuts. So, like, grape nuts are like weird and like that weird
Nutty.
condensed
Grapey.
bran. That is as close to the original cereal as you're going to get. The original stuff was so terrible you had to like soak it in order to actually eat it.
In something like milk?
Probably.
Perhaps.
Well, I'm not going to say milk. I'm not going to say milk because who knows. But anyways, A, Corn Flukes, B, Bjorn Flakes, C, Mystery Cakes, or D, Elijah's Manna.
I'm going with D.
D, Elijah's Manna over to
can't-
Scott.
Not.
Can I pick none of them? I don't think any of these are right. Corn Flukes, Bjorn Flakes.
Sounds like a bare naked lady song.
What was the third one?
Mystery Cakes.
Mystery Cakes. That doesn't sound right,
I think that's
but I'm
the
going to go
one.
with it.
Gonna go with Mystery
going
Cakes
with Mystery
and over
Cakes.
to Gabe.
Absolutely, mystery cakes.
The answer is D, Elijah's Manna. So,
I'm that kid.
so evidently, manna is a term in the Bible that it's what the Israelites ate on their journey through the desert. And I actually looked it up, and it's kind of fascinating. They believe that it's secretion from insects that then dry because it evaporates so fast in the heat. And so it's nutrients left behind from insect slime is what they believe that manna was.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I would name my cereal after that too.
Yeah, well, from the sound of it, these cereals were really disgusting. But this one here, the cornflake?
I would eat Elijah's manna.
Yeah. Well, Jesus Christ, calm down over there.
Where is he? Bring him in here.
Getting a little thirsty. Elijah's manna. All right, it's all tied up. And it is question number 4. Hey, speaking of groceries, true or false? When asked about the motive for his killings and cannibalism, the Duisburg man-eater, Joachim Krull, stated it was to keep his grocery bill down. And this is over to Will. True or false? did the Duisburg man-eater claim when asked if he killed and ate people to keep his? Did he say to kill or to keep his grocery bill down? That was horrific.
Didn't you just say that is what he said? Now you're asking true or false? Is that what
It's true or false? Is that what he said? Okay. Yes.
Yes, it's true.
It's true. Over to Scott.
False.
Over to Gabe.
False.
Over to Brad.
True.
The correct answer is true.
Sorry, I gotta stop doing
These gentlemen over here, you can clap all you want as long as you don't yell in the mic.
Stop doing that then.
Our podcast guests are up 2-1. This one's to Scott. Which of the following is not a nickname for an actual serial killer? Is it A, the Turban Killer, B, the Merkin Killer, C, the Monster of Andes, or D, the Rustov Ripper?
The Merkin
The
Killer?
Merkin Killer.
Is there a different definition of the word merkin somewhere?
No, a merkin is a pubic wig.
Oh, I thought it was a shoe.
Nope, that's a
No.
a merkin is a pubic wig.
I am taking that off of my Christmas list.
-1 merkin, please.
That can't be.
It would be a great.
That can't be.
It's my signature.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
Well,
And how do you-
the great ones all have a calling card.
Now, how does that one get figured out? Who knows?
These are the questions.
There's a merkin left at the scene.
Yeah, it's just every time it's this tiny little wig, tiny little pube wig.
Tiny little pubic,
God,
pubic
it's
wig.
I have to go with that. I have to go with the Merkin
Okay.
Killer.
Gabe or Scott says the Merkin Killer. Over to Gabe.
What were the other three?
A, Turban Killer, B, Merkin Killer, C, the Monster of the Andes, or D, the Rostov Ripper.
I'll go with Turban Killer.
The Turban Killer. Over to Bradley.
I'm going D.
He's going D. Over to Will R. Denny.
And it's which one is not real, right?
It's which one is not real.
Okay. So 3 of those freaking things are real.
3 of those things are real.
Okay. I'm going to go with Turban Killer.
The Turban Killer. The correct answer is B, the Merkin Killer.
Yes.
That is not real, but hilarious. Yeah, how would you figure out there's Merkins? Like, these are not real hair.
Yeah.
Pretty sure
How would
this is
that
a
even?
Merkin.
Yeah. How would that even get discovered? Why do you call him the Merkin Killer? We don't know.
We don't. He's clearly, or is he leaving Merkins on his victims?
Yeah.
Or is
Just
he killing Merkin?
Yeah.
Stabby stab. All right. So Scott gets a point
so much
there.
fun.
Gabe, you're gone. See you later.
Then we'll see you tomorrow.
You're out. This is the penultimate round. 2 of you are going to move on. Which of the following is not an actual cereal, or was not an actual cereal? Is it A, Sir Grapefellow, B, Mr. Wonderful Surprise, C, Grins and Smiles and Giggles and Laughs, or is it D, Wer doch nur Dichter?
Well, see you later.
What's that last one translate to?
That was my question.
These are good questions.
Not Victor Dictor. Did
Wer doch nur Dichter?
you ever see the Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time? Its title in German. I don't know what.
No, I have not.
I don't know what. I don't know what the Legend of Zelda, but the Ocarina of Time is. Das Flutenduten.
Is it Das Flutenduten, Sir Grapefellow, Mr. Wonderful Surprise, or Grins and Smiles and Giggles and Laughs? A, B, C, or D, Wer der nur Dichter?
Who's going first?
Brad.
I'm going C.
Not real. Mr. Happy Face or whatever.
Mr. Happy Face. And over to Scott.
Wait, there was a happy face and a grins and smiles.
No, that-
children and
that-
kittens or something.
Did you want Mr. Wonderful or the kittens?
Yeah, you got to pick either Mr. Wonderful Surprise.
Mr. Wonderful Surprise.
Okay, Mr. Wonderful Surprise. Or Grins and Smiles and Giggles and Laughs, or Wer doch nur Dichter.
You should guess one that they guessed.
You have to
get
only
it
make
right.
one of our choices.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the Mr. Wonderful Surprise or whatever the hell it
won't
was.
regret it.
All right. All of those are wrong. Thank
my
you, Gabe.
God.
Gabe, that was a great move. So now, back around the table. Bradley, is it either Sir Grapefellow or is it Ver der Nur Dichter?
I'm going Sir Grapefellow.
Sir Grapefellow, over to Will Ardenny.
I'm going with Sir Grapefellow.
Going Sir Grapefellow.
I'm
as well.
also going to choose Sir Grapefellow.
All right, just because you're all a bunch of idiots, it's Ver der which just translates to if only he were a poet.
You don't want a fish sandwich?
So
Who won?
So you guys, Scott's out because that was ridiculous and stupid, and it's just down to you two right
Oh
here.
my God, epic!
Just
sharing
because,
a
come on,
microphone.
Scott. You're out. All right, here we go. I'm gonna give Brad the leg up here because he's the new guest. Right. Brad, you're gonna guess. This is actually I'm gonna give you the option. Okay. Jeffrey Dahmer was convicted of killing 15 people. Ted Bundy murdered 30 people. At least how many people did John Wayne Gacy kill? And now you are going to get to pick. Either you pick the number and Will gets to say higher or low, higher or lower than yours, or you make Will pick and you say higher or lower to his.
Can you repeat it one more time?
At least how many people did John Wayne Gacy kill?
30.
Okay, Will, higher or lower?
Higher.
The correct answer is 33 people.
Yeah, baby.
Will Ardenny, you are the winner.
Woo!
Go ahead and say something to your fans.
Hello, and congratulations.
Hello and congratulations have been had. Will, welcome back. You guys just shot the bed at the end. It just turned into, other than the Merkin, which, Scott, I just want to applaud you in saying, how the fuck would that even work?
You guys really did shit the bed on this. I'm sorry. I did great. I won.
You
Sorry.
Back kids.
fumbled
Come
your,
back, kid. Yeah, I told you.
Yeah, fumbled your way into a victory. Okay, so give me a combo of serial killer / cereal.
Okay. So I have 6.
Okay, I want let's
Just one?
Give me. What do we want? Do we want all 6 from him? Give me one. Give me one.
One?
Yeah, give me one that
John
pairs
Wayne
well.
Gacy, because
Yeah.
would be tricks.
Yeah.
Because tricks are for kids, right?
Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. Scott, do you pair a serial killer with a cereal?
Oh, I misunderstood.
thought I did too, so I'm so happy
I
right
was
now.
just gonna say Captain Crunch,
Because
but because that sounds like a psycho killer.
because it murders the top of your mouth. Gabriel, pair one.
Yeah, I had Gacy paired up with Kaboom because
Yes.
their mascot is a clown.
Gabe sent that. Gabe sent a picture of Kaboom cereal, which is smiley faces, by the way, as well. That's clearly a serial killer cereal.
Yes.
He made that.
Yeah, he sprinkled it on his victims. Brad, what do you got?
Gacy and Tricks was the one I had.
Oh, you guys are the worst.
Okay.
All right, keep it going, Will.
Okay, sweet. Let me just open my notes here. I have Ted Bundy, all right,
Yep.
Cheerios, because it seems a little sweet and plain and safe, but it's nutty. Honey Nut Cheerios. Right? Okay.
I'm going to take away your win.
Wait.
Take away your
Don't
win.
take it away after I finish.
Okay. I got high hopes.
We got Pachuskin, who's the chessboard killer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and his would be Chex. Yeah, Chex Mate. Mm-hmm. And then we got
Okay, all right. You redeemed yourself on that one. That one's a good one. I wonder if he said that every time after you got done. Chex Mate.
Yeah, Chex Mate, and then he dropped a merkin on him.
classic. Power move. Ed Gein would be shredded wheat,
Okay.
because I feel like he needs more fiber. Right? Too much protein, high protein diet, no good.
Too much protein. Yep.
Harold Shipman. All right, now this one's British, and he was Dr. Death. And I did Special K because of Dr. Kellogg.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Okay, all right.
Yeah. And then H.H. Holmes Count Chocula, just because of the castle.
Yeah, but wasn't he the?
He had the horror castle in Chicago.
Yeah. What was
Tortured people.
I haven't heard of any of these people.
Oh,
He was at the World's Fair, Devil in Red City.
Webster Mudgett.
Yeah.
There's been books and movies and stuff about that guy.
That one is to me fascinating because he built his hotel with like basically laundry chutes to throw bodies down so they'd fall down into the basement, and then stripped them down to the skeletons and sold the skeletons to
Science.
yes,
That's commitment.
Yeah. He's had his own business where he built a hotel to kill people to sell skeletons.
See, and that's another great example of how not all serial killers are mentally ill. Like Dave was saying earlier.
He's just trying to make a
Some are
living.
just
He's just
yeah.
trying to get by.
I make
agree.
a buck.
Well, the other dude was just trying to save on his grocery bills. I mean, that's although really creepy. Like when I actually read into that, like he killed a 4-year-old and got caught with a pot with the 4-year-old's hand in it. Like,
That's
Jesus, dude.
That's
Save
not, not saving a lot of money.
I would get a bigger body.
Kill,
Go for the bigger body.
you kill the mother or father. Feed you. They feed you for a lot longer.
Maybe he had a really small freezer.
Yeah, that's a lot of work. That's like going out and hunting a squirrel every day instead of trying to bag yourself a bigger buck. Unbelievable. Yeah, so the turban killer, by the way, his name was Abul Jabbar.
okay.
Kareem?
Just
Kareem Abdul
Just
Jabbar.
Abul Jabbar.
Who's that? That was the guy in Cowboy Bebop, right? Episode 2, Stray Dog Strut.
The actual or the Netflix live action?
Oh no, the actual one.
I don't know.
Pretty sure there's a guy named.
I haven't seen either, so I don't know why I'm asking you to clarify.
Gabe, favorite cereal. What's the best
Sorry, I
cereal?
didn't mean to say I haven't seen. Obviously, I've seen Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think I like you anymore.
Just see how quickly I moved on from
Cinnamon
that.
Toast Crunch is the best.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is the best cereal. Agreed.
No.
I think I said that to Scott already. So
But his is out of existence. Mine is the best current cereal.
agreed. His was, and honestly, amazing, phenomenal. Because Rice Krispies are okay. They're okay.
They're versatile, like chess.
Yeah, they're okay. But the Rice Krispie treat, delectable. But yes, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, amazing. Have you ever had it on ice cream?
I have not.
You should put it on ice cream. It's freaking amazing. It gets soggy, like if you can't like put it back in the freezer or something, which you never want to do with your ice cream, anyways. But like it's a consume it now type of thing,
Like
you know?
ice cream.
Like ice cream, yes. You nailed
And
it.
cereal.
Yeah.
Just put together.
What a concept.
They should make a Cinnamon Toast Crunch cone.
Oh,
Like a waffle cone.
oh yeah.
I thought you'd say coding, and that's what this gesture was.
Yeah, they have
the
that.
dust.
Yeah, cinnamon is an underrated flavoring for ice cream, by the way. Just is. Brad, best cereal.
Cinnamon Life or Honey Bunches of Oats with the almonds.
Okay, I'm gonna agree.
Solid
I'm gonna agree
choices.
to both of those. Those are fantastic. Even just the hand into the box as well.
Yeah, no milk needed.
Cinnamon Life completely underrated. 100% underrated. Does a weird thing though. Like it gets soggy, but it somehow keeps its integrity. Like more than other cereals do. Like it gets soggy really fast, but then it's not like a Raisin Bran or like a Wheaties where it's just limp noodle mush.
Right.
There's some kind of weirdness in there that holds a little bit of structural integrity.
Yes.
Points to that. But the almond version of Honey Bunches of Oats, I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's delicious.
All right, Will, best cereal, go.
Reese's Puffs,
Okay, yeah.
and then
Quality.
or strawberry frosted shredded wheat, preferably mini shredded wheats.
Can't go with the. Have you ever had the like
The big one, just one big biscuit.
That's not a cereal.
If
That's
I
a
had to
loaf.
take more than one bite out of a piece of it,
Yeah. If
not cereal.
if I open crackers and it's just one cracker
Little brick.
in loaf form, that's not crackers.
it's bread.
Yeah. Yes, I greatly appreciate frosted mini wheats. Strawberry version though,
Strawberry. Strawberry, yeah.
Okay.
You can
Are you-
buy them in the little spooners, the malto meal brand too, in a bag. It's good stuff.
I appreciate that. Are you a strawberry milk guy?
I'll drink the milk left over from. Yeah, I love strawberry milk. There's also banana milk, monkey milk. Yeah.
Monkey milk?
It's got a picture of a monkey on it because monkeys like bananas. It's not a thing. Don't go there.
I don't know. We just had a news story where monkeys are being used as slaves to
The
open
monkey's
up,
milking this milk?
to get coconut milk. So
No, terrible. No, it's good. You can find it sometimes in a store.
Shut it down. Shut it down.
yeah, banana milk. I'm out. I'm out on the banana milk.
It's good. Try it.
Bananas are good. Like I like bananas just as a fruit. Like you eat the banana, it's great. But
I've been putting cinnamon on my bananas.
Have you really?
Peanut butter, a little cinnamon.
Oh,
Pretty good.
that's
Pretty
a
good little
great
snack.
combo. Yeah, I find that if I put peanut butter on the banana, I'm just eating so much peanut butter.
Oh, it's outrageous.
It's outrageous.
An outrageous
Yeah,
amount of peanut butter.
The amount of peanut butter that you consume while eating a banana is outrageous. Okay, let's go with this real quick. Are you a cut up fruit and put it in your cereal guy? We'll go around the horn.
Not usually. I have. Sometimes it's okay.
Yeah.
But vast majority of the time, no.
If I'm going with a unflavored cereal,
Sure.
a Cheerios, a
Sure.
Life,
Yep.
a Chex, something like that, I'll throw some strawberries or
Sure.
bananas in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, no.
Why ruin a good cereal? I'm eating Fruity Pebbles. There's no reason to put fruit in there.
Well, not in Fruity Pebbles.
Or anything.
All right, Will.
It's annoying when you get a box of cereal and it has pictures of fruit in it, fresh fruit, and there's no actual fruit in there.
Okay.
Also, cutting up the fruit for the cereal is just unrealistic. So I like the Honey Bunch of Oats with the
Sure.
the freeze-dried strawberries.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so I would say fried fruit. Fried fruit is the way to dehydrated fruit is completely acceptable. You know, you throw in like some craisins or just raisins in general. Not that bad. I do not like when there is like you get the Special K with strawberries in it because they're so like they've removed all the moisture and they're just so tart. Like that, you get that bite that is just ridiculously tart. I'm not a fan of that.
Freeze-dried strawberries?
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of when it's in the package. But cut up a banana every once in a while and throw it in, in Cheerios specifically.
I will do it with like yogurt.
Okay.
Like I will add certain cereals
Sure.
to
Oh,
yogurt
yeah,
and
yeah,
add fruit to
absolutely.
that, and then
Yep.
it's like a fucking parfait.
Yeah. Yeah. Granola. You're
Yeah.
putting granola in there.
Yeah, that's in the same ballpark.
I love it's one of my favorite things about our history is that people that we know for doing things just stole shit from somebody else, and then we're like, yeah, granola, fuck that, it's granola, and now Kellogg's owns everything, literally everything. So yeah. My favorite cereals, I do like Reese's Puffs. I found the other day that I actually like Reese's Puffs better than I like peanut butter Captain Crunch. I thought it was the opposite way around.
Same, but
But
you're right.
we had them both in the cupboard, and I went back to back. Brad, I think you're going to argue with me here.
I'm a man. I'm
The
40.
peanut butter Captain Crunch is hard on your teeth, but it's so much better than Reese's Puffs.
Well,
so much better.
Here's what
flavor-wise.
flavor-wise, it's more peanut butter flavor. But I found that little hint of chocolate in there is not a bad thing. Plus, the Reese's Puffs heavy on the sugar. They're way sweeter than the.
Captain Crunch is more
Okay.
waxy.
True. That's exactly I think what turned me off from
Captain
it.
Crunch leaves such a weird.
Now hold on.
Yes,
hold on.
that's
What are we
exactly
talking
what I'm
about?
talking
There's
about.
Captain Crunch, which is square.
Peanut butter Captain Crunch.
I'm talking about peanut butter crunch.
Yes, peanut butter. Yes. Yes.
Okay, that's where it's at. Peanut butter crunch is the balls.
Yes.
No berries, no nothing, just peanut butter balls.
Yes.
And it's
That
delicious.
was my
It
nickname
is
in high school.
delicious. Peanut
Yes,
butter balls.
it was also mine.
You guys must
Are you
have
my dad?
You guys just
If
had
you
similar
take-
dogs? What's going on?
Similar hobbies.
I mean, we had a lot of black labs growing up, Scott.
No.
I'm a little concerned about you.
Okay.
Oh, kink shame.
Cocoa Puffs mixed with peanut butter crunch.
Okay.
Make your own Reese's
Oh,
Puffs.
I'm going to
And
try
it's
that out
probably
because
better.
I think that probably is better. You're
Yeah.
absolutely correct. I just found, because we had them both in the cupboard, and I was like, I'm going to test it out. And I just did. And I started with the peanut butter Captain Crunch. A little waxy, heavier on the peanut butter flavor. And then that handful of the Reese's, like there's an extra sweetness to it and that little hint of chocolate that in that scenario was a good combination. Those delicious cereals. Absolutely Cinnamon Toast Crunch. That's the one that I pull off the shelf the most. Underrated. There is a cereal called O's.
Yeah.
OH. fudge and A, those are delicious. It's like
Fudge and A? What the fuck was that?
okay. Well, anyways, like I don't know what they kind of look like Cheerios, but they have the stuff on the inside, and
It's honey, right?
It's like honey, and I want to say like graham cracker flavored, maybe, but there's little specks of crap inside the O, and
that's why they.
really underrated cereal. I get yourself a box of those, and you'll be surprised.
What's the cereal with the chocolate? Crave?
Crave? Crave.
No, too much.
I've never had them.
They're kind of good if you just pop a few in your mouth.
Sure.
I was not disappointed.
But like
in
a
it.
whole bowl.
Yeah, yeah, a whole
Sugar
bowl.
coma.
And if you get them wet, then it's like soggy with like a thing of chocolate. It seems like a weird combination. However, I will say this: that what was it called? Mr. Wonderful's Surprise. The same concept. It was freaking cereal with chocolate inside of it. So, yeah.
I was going to say s'mores, too, from Malto Meal in the
Those
bags.
aren't bad. Those aren't bad.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Cocoa Puffs and
Okay.
marshmallows.
Let's go back to Mr. Wonderful's Surprise. Is that the worst named cereal
Yes.
of all time?
Well, no,
What was
actually,
the one with the smiles?
Yeah, no,
Is
grins,
that the fake one?
grins and smiles, and then giggles and laughs. So it was like two groupings of words: grins and smiles and giggles and
It was
laughs.
all one cereal.
That is a terrible name for a
At
cereal.
least it's like you're pretty sure it's going to be good.
It's
Mr. Wonderful's Surprise.
I have a pretty good idea what Mr. Wonderful's Surprise is, and it ain't fucking wonderful. That's for damn sure. All right, let's end this episode off real quick. Worst cereal, go.
Jesus, I don't know. Kicks.
Really?
Come on,
I forgot about that.
I mean, if you any
tricks with
other
no fun.
any other, I mean, you
Mother
have
approved.
to add stuff to it.
No.
Just a little sugar, a little sugar.
Oh, fail.
Okay, wait, no, hold on. Sugar snaps.
Yeah,
Sugar,
yeah.
or smacks.
Smacks.
Sugar
Sugar
smacks.
Smacks.
Sugar smacks.
Sugar Smacks?
I take it. Yeah, there it is.
We'll allow it.
You're nuts.
Yeah, Sugar Smacks are terrible. All right, Gabe.
I'm going to say, and I haven't had this since I was a kid and thought I wanted them, but Wheaties.
Oh, they're just
What do you do with a Wheatie?
Do you want
Keep the box and don't open it.
Yeah.
For
Eat 'em
25 years.
later.
20 years?
Wheaties are the worst.
Ashley Storm told me the other day that it's her favorite cereal, Wheaties.
It's fun. I look forward to it.
She's a fucking psychopath.
So Wheaties is one of the early cereals as well. Like, you know, all the ones that have that high brand, that's what it initially started off as. So like Wheaties and Grape Nuts, those were like, that's where cereal came from. And then we realized, hey, that's fucking
Kids
disgusting.
like sugar.
Yeah. and, hey, we could maybe like puff some rice or some shit. Anyways, Brad, we're cereal.
Grape nuts. My girlfriend, when she was pregnant, she would put milk in there and microwave them. And the whole house would smell like cardboard.
Okay, we've
it
got
was
it.
disgusting.
We got to figure it out. She is a serial killer.
Microwaved cereal?
Yes, with milk. It was terrible.
It's microwaved grape nuts.
It's called oatmeal.
Not grape nuts. Grape nut. It's rabbit food.
How do you know what happens to it when you heat it up with milk?
Oh,
Have you ever
gross.
done it?
Okay, so
Smells like cardboard.
We also
Okay.
we also now know that Will Ardeni microwaves his cereal. So
I don't
that's-
own a microwave,
Oh, interesting.
so I don't.
Interesting. Will, we're cereal.
Either regular or frosted cornflakes,
Okay.
or Rice Krispies.
Yeah, Rice Krispies are pretty
talking
versatile.
about Frosted
but-
Flakes?
That includes Pebbles. Fruity Pebbles.
Hold on now.
Cocoa Pebbles.
Hold on now.
It's
Whoa.
it's just
Yeah.
frozen.
Okay.
Fruity
friend.
Pebbles, I had Mary get me a box. We haven't had it for a couple of years.
Yep.
I enjoy it every now and then. My boys both tried it. Did not like it.
Did not like
6-year-old,
it?
9-year-old boys were like, Fruity Pebbles, gross.
Cocoa Pebbles are the best chocolate cereal.
My
made.
gosh, are you kidding me?
Instantly Sutton.
That's crazy. So,
Instant.
You just got to eat it quickly.
we'll finish this off by just saying, like, I watched how Fruity Pebbles are made, and in my head it was like, oh, you just made Rice Krispies and then, like, you know, threw some dye on there.
Put some Red 40 in there. This
It's
is
like completely the opposite. It's like actual freaking rice that is, the rice is dyed and then it's fucking smashed. Like, it's actually like they freaking smashed rice. It was crazy. I had no idea that that's what that would be.
Like smushed it?
Yeah, they like smush it. They actually smush the shit.
So
Yeah.
it is, yeah. It's deflated puffed rice.
Yeah, deflated
delicious.
puff. Yeah, but it's colored prior to the process. It was fucking crazy. Blew my mind.
surprised you didn't know that.
Surprised you didn't know that.
I'm going to end this episode by admitting that I don't like Golden Grams. Are you a Golden Grams guy?
Not a big fan, but I'll eat them.
I don't know, man. I love graham crackers. I'll sit there and eat a box of graham crackers.
I've never had.
Yeah. Get that microphone. You and I are having our own podcast.
Yes.
Graham crackers in milk.
Yes.
It's a risky game.
Oh, it's delicious.
You
I like graham crackers and milk.
You put that milk in there,
It's a cheesecake.
and it's a freaking countdown to mush town.
But sometimes though, you just drink the mush. You drink the mush at the end though.
Hard mode?
You do.
Hard mode.
It's
Coffee, hot coffee, graham crackers. You got like 1 second.
take that microphone away. I would rather
on the game.
get the hell out of here. I would rather talk to the guy that likes the Packers than this bullshit. My God. Is it not amazing? You just take some graham crackers, you put it in a bowl, you throw some milk on there.
Yep.
And you gotta play the game though. You gotta just a little bit of graham crackers, a little bit of milk, and then you just you go over and over and over and over.
Yep.
Just keep adding and adding and
Just
adding.
put a tiny little pool of milk and you stick the graham cracker out of it and you just slowly
Yes.
break off
Wait
bits
for it to
off the
break.
bottom.
Yep.
It is instant mush, but my God, it's
So when
delicious.
you eat an Oreo, do you put it in a bowl and then put fucking milk on it like an animal? No, you dunk it in a cup of milk.
Who is
Like a
dunking
human.
their graham
So
crackers?
you dunk a graham cracker, you break it in half, right? So then you have 2 squares. If you ballsy, you can break it into quarters and then have just a fat stack.
You know what I like?
Fat stack.
Will
man.
Ardenny, do you know what I like in my life? Fine cuisine. And this fine cuisine that I like is I like to just get a handful of crackers. And much like a soup, I like to take those graham crackers and crumple them up and drop them into my bowl.
Yes.
And then I like to take the milk and pour it onto it. And then as fast as I possibly can, shovel them
Shove
into
it
my
down your
mouth.
yap. Yep. And there's no cereal that's anything like it.
No, it's amazing. And Golden Grams should be right up my alley because I'm doing that more often than I would like to admit. Golden Grams are gross. I don't like them.
They do have like it's like a honey-made graham cracker cereal.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
All right, let's figure it out. All right, that's enough of this podcast. This has been a shit show and a mess. Thank you to Will Ardenny.
You're welcome.
Yeah, get out of here. Over to Brad.
Jeez.
Thank you, Brad.
Thanks for having me on.
I really appreciate it. Over to Gabe Johnson.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. It's always a good time.
And over to Scotty.
Yes.
Thank you as always. This is a sloppy episode. It's sloppy, but it's good. I think.
Anytime we get opinionated on any kind of brand anything,
Yes.
it can get heated.
Agreed. And I didn't realize that Will sucked so bad. So
Terrible.
yeah,
Nice.
unbelievable.
I didn't realize you two guys were soaking your graham crackers in a bowl of milk.
Thank you. Is anybody right?
You know what? Do you know what exists? Cereal.
Cereal.
There's a whole aisle in every store. You can probably find it in Kohl's.
And with that, we're done. Gabe, I got to thank you for our copy of Sex and Violence. Did you open it and look at it?
I have not.
Okay. Do we want to open it and find out if it's porn?
Let's take a peek. See
Let's
if any
take a
pages
peek.
are still.
Yeah.
If we can get it open.
Do not bend it.
I'm going to assume we're going to do this in the microphone right here, a little ASMR. It's got a nice 70s looking girl in a bikini on the cover.
Look at them all on the back.
Yeah, I was gonna
Look
say.
at all the girls on the
Oh,
back.
where are the phone numbers?
and I thought there was a third nipple. Nope, that's where he shot himself.
Oh,
Cover story. It's got a whole story about it. Okay, so wow.
have you seen a nipple yet?
A
So I
lot
was
of
going to say, how
it's
many
nothing.
pages till you
It's
see
nothing
a
but
nip?
men's nipples.
Oh,
Whoa!
It's
Oh,
just
those are all the cops that were saved by the flak jackets.
He's got 92 nipples.
this is not at all what I thought this magazine was going to be.
I thought there'd be woman nipples.
Well, that's the violence part. We're looking at the violence.
This is
No, that's definitely the sex.
hold on.
Okay. There's blood involved.
This whole issue is just people that have been saved by his bulletproof vest. Save number 228. There are 230
Look at the back page. Look at the back page. How did we get there, though?
There are 232 stories of police officers, I'm assuming, that have been saved by bullets. That's the entire magazine.
They were saved by bullets?
By bulletproof vests.
This is insane.
There's not a boob in here.
On the back, look at the back page. There's almost a boob.
No.
Side boob, maybe? No.
We're gonna put that back on the card.
No boobs.
The cover's pretty cool, though. I mean,
Very misleading.
Front and back cover.
Very misleading.
Very enticing.
Very enticing. And then inside, maybe we just got the wrong issue, but I will say that this is now in its 18th printing.
I don't think that's the 18th edition. I think they printed the same damn one.
The same
18
damn
different
one.
times.
That's what I'm That's what I'm getting by it. But this one says more.
Maybe the cover's like
More
a mock.
sex and violence.
Maybe it's like a mock cover where you put a different magazine in it. You know.
No, honey, I'm just reading Sex and Violence.
Das Flutenduten.